Hello everyone, Jawtooth again. Hey, guess what? We got the first train of the week coming right now. The first train of the week, it's got 2 locomotives, a GP15-1 and a SD40-2 rock train. So we're going to have a look at that. I'm going to show you where they unload the rock to. Just a little quick stop at the unloading spot for the rock. But we are in Eastwood, right here, Eastwood, the part of Mount Orb near the county line. Train's coming behind me. There's some equipment where they've been replacing ties at the siding in Eastwood. The train's coming from that way. Start the video, son. Here we go. Cincinnati Eastern Railroad rock train. And the grand finale will be on Williamsburg Hill. That's going to be awesome. All right, there's a close look at the rail before the train comes. A little bit of rust on it, so it's going to get shined up. Got some old tie plates there too, 1940s. Let's see, 1946 on that one. A little bit of rust. The first train of the week coming right now. Check out this new hat I got right here. My friend Martin gave this to me. Happy birthday, Martin. I was at his birthday party in Glendale, and his son has a new company, and this was a hat from his new company he gave me. So this is pretty cool. We're trying it out here today. Here we go. Here we go. That's a real bell. All right, there she goes. All right, now we're going to go to Williamsburg for the grand finale on the hill. This will be awesome. That's a good load right there. All rock. Don't go away yet. And here's the top of the rail after the train went over. Look how shiny it got. First train of the week. There you go. Got the rail all shined up. But wait, there's more. There always is. Here comes the train, and I'm in downtown Williamsburg at Gay Street, getting ready to go up the hill. Got this shot in 4K. I'll try not to shake it. All right, there she goes. There's a little bit of pile of gravel in the middle of the track right there. Looks like the train must have stopped there and leaked a little bit of gravel. Right about where that old defect detector is at. See that little pile? You can see that little line down the middle. They've had a car leaking some gravel, and apparently they must have stopped. There's a good sized pile up there. And they're crossing Main Street right now, westbound. Their next stop is Afton Yard, just a couple miles ahead. There she goes. Not much traffic right now, just before rush hour. It's a little bit after 2:15, somewhere in that area. All right, there you go. That was in 4K. Okay, I got a little clip here I want to show you. I want to show you how they unload these cars. The hopper cars like these, they unload from the bottom, and then they have a conveyor belt where they load them into piles. And the other cars, the gondola cars, they use an excavator for those. And the train I'm going to show you is using an excavator with the gon cars. So here, check this one out. Here we go. All right, here's a rock train being unloaded. Unloading the rock train in Milford, Ohio, along Round Bottom Road. Let's see what locomotive we got up here. You can see some smoke coming up from the locomotive. A lot of people ask where they unload the trains. Here we are, Milford, Ohio, and there they are unloading with an excavator. See that? They unload the gons with the excavator, and they unload the hoppers through the bottom. There's a GP15-1 right there. There you go. I just got to one of my favorite places in Walton, Kentucky. This is Locust Street, and you got a CSX track that crosses, and you also have a Norfolk Southern. The Norfolk Southern line is way over that way, and the CSX line is here in front. Well, we got a train coming right now on CSX. It's I-142. It's a northbound train coming from that direction. It left Louisville just a few hours ago, and it's headed towards Cincinnati, Queensgate Yard. So the I-142 is going to be coming through here at any time. Hey, here we come.
CSX Equipment Defect Detector Milepost 89.0.
The front of the train is just going past the defect detector in Walton. Clear signal, he said. Milepost 89. I'm in 4K. How long do you think this train is? Leave a guess on the axle count and the length, and you'll find out here in a minute. The defect detector will go off. It's usually not that long of a train. Intermodal in the front, auto racks in the back. Oh, they got some more cars on here too. That's interesting. I wonder where these hoppers are going. There you go, a little over a mile long. There goes the I-142, 5,566 feet long, 300 and something axles, close to 400. I forgot what the count was. All right, that was longer than normal. They got those hoppers on the back of it. Interesting to know where those hopper cars are going to. All right, thanks for watching. That was a good train, and I got that one in 4K. Hey, this is a really interesting spot where I'm at right now. I'm near milepost 21 in the Norfolk Southern line here in northern Kentucky, the Rat Hole line, and this is a super elevated track. The rail closest to me is higher than the rail on the other side. It's on a curve, and that helps the train go a little faster around that curve. And right there is an old Southern whistle post, a cast iron Southern whistle post. The old Morse code lettering is long gone, and they put a W on it instead. Somebody probably stole that years ago, but that's an old cast iron whistle post for the Southern Railroad. And we got a northbound train coming. We come from that direction right there. Should be here any time. See, here's a closer look at this post. The post itself is really old. Look at this. Now they've put that piece of steel on top to mount that W on it. But this was an old Southern Railroad whistle post. Used to have that Morse code lettering on there for long, let's see, what was it? Long, short, and long. All right, I finally hear the train coming. It's been a couple hours. Finally got one coming. You can hear the bells going off to that crossing way down there. Let's watch this train go around this super elevated curve. This is really cool. It leans just a little bit. They got some awesome power on this one. can see them leaning a little bit, the taller cars, on this super elevated curve here. Boxcar bonanza. Look at all those boxcars. Man, they were booking. There they go, northbound. Sure hope something else comes by here. Went a long time. A couple hours with nothing. So it was good to see that one coming around that curve there. That curve's sharp curve, super elevated, so they can go faster around it like that. Oh, let's see if we can get something else. CSX tracks right there. Hey, let's compare the track here. Compare the rail. See who's got the biggest rail. It's all welded rail on both lines, CSX and Norfolk Southern. Now CSX, they've got nipping rail that was rolled in January of 2022. And as you can see, it's 136 pounds per yard. So that's some pretty good size rail. Now let's check out the Norfolk Southern track. And now a quick look at the Norfolk Southern track. ERMS, that stands for Eastern Rocky Mountain Steel. And that was rolled in 2012. Count the dashes, looks like there's 12 of them. That's December. And it's 136 pounds per yard. So they put these two together right here for weld. See, they just welded a couple sections of that ribbon rail together. The rail comes in about 1/4 mile lengths. There you go. We got a CSX train coming through. It's a northbound. The front of the train just went past the defect detector. Listen to that. I'm in the shade because I don't want to be shooting straight into the sun. And the Norfolk Southern track is right there. The signal just went green for a train on Norfolk Southern. So, I don't want to be on the other side of CSX and not see that train. We might have two trains coming at the same time. All right, here we go.
Detector milepost No defect. No defect. Total axle 204. Train lane 2926. End of transmission.
All right, there you go. That was pretty cool. That was kind of cool with the sunlight shining between the cars like that. So that train was almost 3,000 feet long. I think it was only like 206 axles. So it wasn't a real long one. That was still a good one though. But wait, check this out. I changed locations. Can you guess where I'm at? There's a hint right there in the picture. Make it easy. We got train 278 northbound, and they've got a female crew member on there. I just heard her call out the signal. Just heard her call out Brat. So that's pretty cool.
On main one.
There you go. Just called out the signal. Listen to that rumble. You saw me. TPU, I see you! That was really cool, and I like the colors on that too. Perfect sunlight on the side of that train with all different colors. It really stood out. Thanks for watching my videos, everyone. I appreciate your support. It makes it worthwhile to do. I got a long drive home though, and it eats that gas. If you can watch one more video, it would help pay for the gas. So thanks for watching. Look at this. They redid this emergency crossing. Completely rebuilt this crossing. It's rarely ever used. Now, I was able to drive through here one time when the gates were open. They completely rebuilt the crossing. They dug out the old asphalt and piled it up. Look at this. Look how thick that is. Huge slabs of it right there. Wonder if I'll get rid of that or just leave it there. But the crossing has been completely redone. Nice and smooth now. Hey, I just heard the dispatcher telling the train they've got a condemnable bearing on axle number 147. It'll be on the conductor side of the train, so they need to have that inspected. They're ordering them to stop their train, and they're just now coming in to the Erlanger area. And they also told them that that car is going to have to be set out. And the conductor on the train said, "Great." Wasn't too happy about that. So there you go. Axle 147, and that's counting the locomotive axles too.
Please bring all your OB26 recorded tools over here, your proper PPE, and once you get down on the ground, just watch your walking conditions. Be safe out there, over. Yeah.
Here it comes. Just barely moving. Going slow because of the train in front of them. They're having problems. Well, this train's just going really slow. We're about 19, milepost 19 around that area. The train with the problems is near 12.5, so they're trying to get on double track, and this train can get around them. That's a CSX line going underneath. Sure would like getting over and under, but that takes a lot of luck. Well, there you go. That'll probably be about it for today, I'd say. There's a homeless camp up there, up on the top. Every once in a while I'll see somebody there. All right, well, thanks for watching. Well, looks like that's about it for the trains for today. So I'm gonna take the long drive home. Hey, if you want to help my channel out, check another one of my videos out. Every view helps my channel and helps pay for that gas. All right, we'll see you later. There goes the pusher locomotive back down the hill. I'd like to see them get another train to push up. DPU, I see you.